G'day! In today's video I'll be replacing this broken touch panel, or display and touch panel, on a Dell Inspiron 14 5000 2-in-1. Also goes by the model number, as I'll just show you here. Where are we? There we go. Model number P93G. So to begin with, make sure your device is switched off, and we'll proceed from there. So I'm going to open it up fully. First point of focus is going to be along here. So what I should be able to do is get a pair of tweezers under there and pry it up like so. Next up, we want to undo 3 screws and pull 2 tabs. So to begin with, you can see the tab just here. I'll zoom you guys in. So you can see the tab here. But to begin with, I'm going to take the screw out. Like so. There's another one further along. And lastly, another over here. Next up, with those screws out, I'm just going to use a pair of tweezers and I'm going to pull this tab. Hopefully this will remain as one big piece. Which they most usually don't. Switch to something a bit stronger. As you can see, that one had just failed on me. I'll go over to here and try again. No good. So those tabs, what I usually do as well is tend to heat up the back of the screen, if that is an option. Otherwise you do the brute force method, which is probably what I'm going to do now. The screen is already broken. I'm not too fussed about this coming out as one single piece. You do have to be cautious of the connectors down here though. So a combination of tabs and adhesive. So you can see the strip running down here, which should have left, but didn't. I'm going to spin this around for me to make it a bit easier for myself. Disconnect the front facing camera and its adhesive. I'll worry about that in a minute. Next up, we want to disconnect the rest of these cables. The latch flicks up and should be able to pull out from there. Same with this one over here. Actually, we want to move this one. I believe it's an ambient light sensor. I may be wrong on that, but I'm used to finding here. And next up, this tab bit here. We want to flick the latch up. And then with the latch up, you should be able to pull it backwards. Like that. From there, we may have to swap these onto the new screen as well. So here we go as a comparison. Yes, they will need to be moved. Let's say these are for the inbuilt microphones. And with that, the rest of this should be done. So you should be able to move away your old screen from there. if I can get this to focus for you guys. First thing I'm going to do is straighten out this bit. Actually, I may just cut it. With that, it did actually disconnect itself. So as you see, it's a very tiny connector. I'll need my scissors. Cut. And because of the design of it, I'm going to fold this over. Plug it in first. Use that little pull tab just to get a bit closer. You should just be able to fold it like that. Next up, it's a matter of just lining up those holes here and here, and we should be right to leave it from there. So that should be that part in position. Next up is down here. That will lift. Actually, we'll leave that to last. Next up, I'm going to undo the digitizer connector. Slide that in, pull the latch down. So now I'll line this up here, which looks like it does slot slightly under. And the right hand side over here. Just be able to push down, there we go. Next up we've got to reconnect the latch. It's a matter of lifting up these two, shuffling the screen over so it's in a good position. I've just slid the connector in. And now from here, put the latch over it to lock it in and pull the plastic tape over it, or the double-sided tape that's already there. Next up we go back up to the top here, and I'm just going to put some fresh double-sided tape down. And there are a couple of strips we can run. But at this point I'm probably going to be happy enough with the clips that I won't worry about. As I say that, I'm going to do it anyway. So put some here. Another bit here. Take this off. Now I should be able to line up those two pins here and here. Push down. That should stay there. Now I was umming and ahhing about double-sided tape. So I'm just going to run a little bit just down the bottom corner. So a little bit here, a little bit here. That off, take that off. Now it looks like it does slip up the top section first. So I should just be able to slide this up and under here. Like so. And then push down along the sides, should lock it into position. Next up, we've just got to put our 3 screws back in, all of which are Phillips head. And then put the black trim back over and we should be mostly done. And that's how to replace the display and touch panel in your Dell Inspiron 14.
Will Mr. Burns had done it? The power plant had won it, with Roger Clemens clocking all the water.
Baby, I'm your on my mind. By my side, she won't ever go. I'm here this time.